Welcome to Das Geek. If you want to have your brain working at its optimal level, you have to have fitness included in your overall regimen. I talk about filling your brains, but you also got to fuel your body as well. Your brain is going to operate much better if you're feeling good. One of the ways and the things that I use to help keep me on my fitness track is the Garmin Venu 3. This is a very important part of my fitness. It's as important as leaving the home to go to the gym without my headphones, for instance, which is a disaster. But I'd rather have my watch and not my headphones because I can listen. I can deal with the terrible gym music, but I can't deal without having any of the fitness tracking. It's an important part of keeping me motivated and constantly seeing progress. Smartwatches were not my favorite thing when they first came out. I was like, yay, another device that I have to charge. But utilizing this device as part of my health regimen to remind me to stand up and move around, which is very important for a lot of us who work desk jobs, do programming things where we sit for long periods of time. That reminder pops up, says, hey, get up, go do something, stand, walk, and then gives you a little, gamification like, congratulations, you walked around, you moved. And in today's world, that is deserved of congratulations because we sit so much. So these watches, the Apple Watch, Garmin Watch, Samsung Watch, a lot of them that have the fitness tracking all kind of fit that bill of helping motivate people to move. And that's very, very important. The reason why I like the Garmin Venu 3 is number one, it's not locked to a specific ecosystem like the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch is a very good watch. Up until I switched to the Fairphone 4, I was a big fan of the Apple Watch and Apple phone combo, but the problem with Apple is they make everything just for Apple. So I needed a watch that had a beautiful screen, had all the fitness tracking capabilities and the accuracy when it comes to heart rate and pulse and things that was important to me as I get into my 40s to know that I'm still running healthy, that something's not wrong. And the Garmin Venu 3 has not only met the expectations of the Apple Watch in the fitness category, but absolutely exceeded them. In fact, many people will say that the Garmin watch actually has the most accurate heart rate monitor. Also, far more accurate on the calorie counting. Like the Apple Watch would be like, hey, you burned 6,000 calories in your 1 hour workout. And it was kind of like, really? I don't think so. Whereas this seems to have a much more realistic view, and it also captures all of your exercises that you're doing, utilizing its sensors inside. It tries to guess what you're working out, but you can also go in there and edit these things within the apps itself. So you can actually say, hey, actually, I did these workouts with this many reps and at these weights. So you're constantly tracking your fitness journey, and you have these logs that you can even take to your doctor to say, here's how my heart rate's going, here are my sleep patterns, and you have an overall health profile to make you feel better. Now, Garmin's not perfect in everything, but what I want to do is take you through some of its features. Let me show you what this watch can do, and maybe this is something that will help you on your fitness journey as well. So here's a video that I shot using the Sony ZV-1F that I'm also testing out for a video. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below, along with the audio. It has an external Sony mic now that I've connected, so hopefully you have some better audio than we've had in previous videos in this secondary video that we're going to show right now. This is the Venu 3, and I'm going to take you through some of the operations of this watch. First, you've got this gorgeous AMOLED screen here, and this is very different than a lot of the Garmin watches that have very kind of pale screens, almost e-ink style in comparison, to get their long battery life. But this is an absolute beautiful screen here. You also have touch controls here, so if I swipe to the left there, I can actually see my notifications. You can see my doorbell alerts and things like that. I can delete those notifications and interact with them there. I've got my home screen with lots of information on it, from heart rate to steps taken, and also other battery life information, your time, the dates, those things. You can customize this to your whim and even change the backgrounds with your own pictures and things if you want to, along with utilizing their Connect IQ app to check out other features. You also have 3 buttons that are on the side of this watch to allow you to do additional controls. And of course, the back of the watch has all of your sensors and a proprietary charging port here. So you have to use their proprietary charger to charge this device. It's not magnetic. That's not as fancy as you'll see in other watches, but you have to plug it in. It's still good, still works, functions fine, creates a nice tight connection, but something for future iterations. The magnetic ability to snap it to something is a very nice thing. You've also got your ability to drag down from the top, and it will give basic information on sleep scores, heart rate, battery, calories, intensity, and you can customize the touch controls as well to make those functions things that you want to utilize. You also have a swipe from the bottom, which you can customize. In my case, it kind of brings up the same information we saw before. Now, as I mentioned, on the side of the watch, you've got 3 buttons here. So you've got 3 ways to interact. You can customize what some of these buttons do as well. If I click the bottom button, this is really kind of a back button. If I long press it, I actually get into watch face, clocks, settings, and other things there. My middle button, on the other hand, this one looks into my recently used, so ECG app, phone, HRV, dial pad, the Garmin Coach, and stress. And so any of the recent items that you've utilized, it will pull that up. And then your top button is where I can do my activities. This is where I spend most of my time: walk, run, bike, strength, cardio, meditation. You can edit and you can actually add additional things: archery, badminton, baseball, basketball, all kinds of gaming, even MMA things that you can add in for sports if you're wanting to track all of your activity, which is one of my favorite parts of this watch. If I long hold the middle button, it will connect to a voice assistant. So if you're into utilizing those, you have that option with this watch as well. And if you long hold the top, you get additional controls like do not disturb, sleep mode, lock screen, volume, brightness, find my phone, phone connection, power off, and of course your edit options there. So any of the notifications I get on my phone are going to pop up on this watch. This helps with meetings, if you have work apps and things that you utilize for calendars, to make sure that you're going to a meeting on time. Slack messages come through this. Also my regular SMS here. You can see we have a package out for delivery from Amazon. I want to take you into the app selection here as well. So I long press the top button. If we short press the top button, we've got our activities as I showed you. Now we have our apps. You have a wallet, so you can pay by this device as well. I've not utilized that functionality, not really something I want on my watch right now. But if that's something you like to do, that type of payment, you can set that up on your watch. You have access to your phone, Spotify music here, a flashlight, alarms, timer, stopwatch, voice assistant, contacts, heart rate, a battery or a body battery, either one, Pulso X, calendar, notifications. If you need to go through, maybe you missed a notification or don't see one, and you swipe through your weather, health, Snapchat, and of course, compass and other things. You can add your own apps as well to this, or you can add apps from the store through the Connect IQ app. So if you want to add additional apps in here, you can. These are the apps that I currently have installed. This is what the watch looks like on my wrist. I think it's a really good looking watch. The metal band, the particular band on this, although you can change the bands, is more of kind of a rubberized. I love this for the gym. Tends not to get snagged or caught up on things and is very wear resistant. I've had this watch for months. I've beat this against weights. I've rubbed this against steel plates, even some of the grips and things, slamming across it with quite a bit of pressure on the top just because of where it's at on my wrist if I don't adjust before a particular workout. And you can see, minus the smudges, the watch is actually in completely flawless condition. No major scratching, dents, or anything. One of the ways that it saves a lot of battery is not always being on. You can see the display does turn off. If I lift this up to my face, it comes back on. Immediately when I look away, it turns off. Those are settings, again, that you can play with on the watch. If you want always on display, you're going to lose some battery life, but it works perfectly for me. If it vibrates or anything, I just lift it up. It's going to come on for a second. As soon as I look away and try to show you guys, it turns off because it's now being put back down and it's noticing that and turning itself off. But just know it has that feature. There are so many features to this watch, it would be hard to go through all of them in a single video without it being 60 minutes. And I know you all don't have the attention span for that. So, go check out their website and compare. But things that blew me away the most is not only the build quality of this watch. I mentioned it in the other video, but I punish this thing. Like I bang it against hard steel plates, and I have handles that are pushing into it when I'm doing, butterflies and things, just because of where it's at on my wrist. And it just takes this abuse so perfectly. On the Apple Watch, I felt like I had to cover the thing. I should have probably got a cover for this, but realized, a month in, I don't need one because I've beat the heck out of it and it still looks perfect. So that stainless steel bezel and things that they're doing, the quality of the AMOLED screen, it's just amazing. Where Garmin doesn't shine is their app. While I do love the fitness tracking, the health tracking, calorie tracking, all of those things that are built into it, you have two different apps, one to customize watch faces and things, and one that is for your basic daily routine setup, stats and stuff. They need to combine that into a single app. The other thing is I have real difficulty with the privacy of their app store. People are creating apps and they're customizing those and creating things like compass and other stuff. And they obviously need access to certain features within your watch to be able to display them, time and stuff, if they're going to be changing your overall look of your watch. So I get that, but I really don't know what to make of what information is being sent to them if I utilize that. So I have my own custom backgrounds. Thankfully, you can do your custom faces and stuff yourself, use your own pictures you downloaded, and don't really have to mess with those third-party apps. But that's something I would love to see Garmin actually perfect, is some privacy and information that you give to the users on what these other apps are collecting and how that may affect your personal privacy. All in all, I don't think there's a better fitness watch on the market. Check it out. Let me know what you think. There is an affiliate link down below through Amazon. If you want to click that, if you shop through Amazon, that helps support this channel. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Either way, it's completely free. Thank you for following. And until next time, get out there and fill your brains.